first carry here for Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second down. Howell now. He gets it to Thomas. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is going to be a Commanders' first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 61 yards. And the Commanders have struck first in this NFC title game. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lance. Right side, and he finds Gray. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. From the gun, it's Lance. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a yard. Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. 2nd year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Straight ahead, Gibson. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Faking the handoff. Howell sliding out of the pocket. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
54. Mark 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. John Bates taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 1st quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out. Now a hit and a loose football. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made by Chase Young. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 38.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now they'll throw with Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Gould is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. Room here to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship.
Set, ready, black, 95. Strike 60. Ready, go.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 39, Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. Lance again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Right there, 54, right there, right there, 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Powell. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. One last shot before the break. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
From the 29, Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the back.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if your defense doesn't bail them out.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. It's Howell. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Howell. Out left to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Sly able to put this one through. And the lead grows to 14 at 24 to 10. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working from the gun, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. Little trick. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call. So out comes the red challenge flag. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Robinson up the middle, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Thomas brings it in. And they'll work this down inside the 30. First down, Howell to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Down right around the 25. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now a play fake. Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lance now on first down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs. And
across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They go play action with Howell. Rolling to his right. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And Lance going to throw. He finds Kittle going across the field. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And Lance now to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Lance again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I'm going back to you. 555.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lance to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Now Lance. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time here. Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.